Linda is chanting the demonic mantra in a dark room, in a demonic circle made of red vermilion. There is a lemon in front of her, which has turned red on seeing it, and then, the next moment, suddenly the whole room started shaking, and a black shadow with two horns on its head appeared in front of her.
Who has the courage to call the devil?
That's me.
Well, tell me, what do you want?
I'm sterile. Doctor says I can't be a mother. And I want to be a mother at any cost.
Hearing this, the devil laughed and said,
Think again, because when the time comes, one of them will have to be sacrificed to the devil. Can you give that?
6 days ago, Linda is a famous singer and is deeply in love with Frank, the lead guitarist of her band. After every concert, both of them would embrace each other like a pair of snakes and spend the night together. She could not get pregnant, even after having physical relationship several times. One night, when both were alone in bed, Linda told Frank,
Why are you with me? You know that I cannot become a mother.
Our relationship is not just physical. And if the concern is about the child, then we can adopt them too.
It is easy for you to say. You have your own daughter.
Jennifer may be from my first marriage, but she considers you as her mother. And a good friend too.
But Linda was obsessed with becoming a mother. She ignored Frank's words and went out of the room, wearing clothes. Linda was walking alone at night on the side of the road, hoping to get a taxi, but she did not even know that someone else is waiting for her. An unknown man, wearing a black overcoat, started following her. After walking for some time, he said to Linda,
Are you really ready to do anything, to become a mother?
Linda's feet froze on hearing this. She asked nervously,
How do you know?
I will not ask again. If you want a solution to your problem, then follow me. You will know everything.
Having said this, the man went on his way. Linda also followed behind him. Both were now standing inside an old building. Linda was still looking at the building.
Remember this mantra and sit in that red circle. Repeat this mantra 1,000 times. If you do it right, you will get what you want.
Saying this, he left Linda alone in that room. Linda recited the mantra and sat in the red circle. 6 years later, Frank and Linda have completed 6 years of marriage today. They live in a big house with their 3 children. They have twin sons, Sean and Mark, who will turn 6 in a week. Although Jennifer was the stepsister of Sean and Mark, she loved her mother and both the brothers very much. One day, when everyone was having dinner at the dining table at night, Linda suddenly started coughing. Frank even gave her water. But Linda's cough was not stopping. And the next moment, she vomited blood on the table. And after a few moments, Linda started bleeding from her eyes and nose as well. Within some time, Linda fell on the floor and became a living corpse. When Jennifer went closer and felt Linda's pulse, she started crying loudly as her mother had left this world. Frank, along with his 2 sons, lit Linda's funeral pyre. Some people were already present in the crematorium. They were wearing a black overcoat. After coming from the crematorium, both the brothers were sleeping together in their room. Then when Mark turns, he saw his mother Linda, who was crawling towards him. Blood was falling from her eyes, and burnt and rotten flesh from her body. But before Mark could understand anything, Linda sat on Mark's chest and started digging her nails into his chest, and she started eating flesh from her own son's neck.
Help! Save me! Do not kill me! Mommy! I'm your son, Mark. Mommy!
Hearing Mark scream, Jennifer immediately came to him and woke him up from sleep and said,
Mark, what happened?
Scared Mark hugs Jennifer tightly and keeps repeating the same thing.
Mommy was hitting me. Mommy was hitting me.
But before that, Jennifer would have understood something. She felt as if someone was standing behind him. When she looked back, the ground shifted under her feet. There was a black shadow in front of him, who had 2 horns. Seeing which, Jennifer screamed and immediately closed the door. Both the siblings stayed in the room in fear. Jennifer could not see the condition of her younger brother, so she decides to get to the bottom of the matter. Just then, in the same afternoon, she found an article about a similar case on the internet, which linked the devil between the shadows of dead people and nightmares. Somehow Jennifer had also extracted the number of the victim of that case. On talking to the victim, she had also got a name and an address.
The pietist. He will meet at the Hood River in Oregon. Thank you very much for your help.
Without wasting any time, Jennifer took the train to Oregon and went straight to the Hood River. Even after inquiring with people, he could not find pietist. Then all of a sudden, a tall, broad-bearded man with a ghost mark on his forehead and shoulders came from behind and started asking,
What's the matter with me, girl? Why were you looking for me?
Are you pietist?
Yes, I am. Tell me, what do you want from me?
Jennifer told all her problems to pietist. After listening to the whole story, pietist remained silent for some time, and then he said thoughtfully,
So your troubles started after your mother died. I will have to peep into your mother's past, because all the questions will be answered there.
Saying this, pietist took Jennifer with him to the woods on the other side of the river, from where the sounds of bats and owls are coming. Some pietists were performing fire rituals under a big banyan tree in the woods. Pietist throws ashes in it, and soon the fire starts blazing in the fire altar. The pietist beckoned Jennifer to sit, and after chanting the mantra, he started instructing Jennifer.
I want some token or an object of your mother, which she used before she died, or which has a deep memory attached to her.
Jennifer had the earrings given to her by Linda, which were gifted to her by Frank on their first meeting. Jennifer took off her earrings without delay and gave them to the pietist. Pietist immediately put the earrings in the fire altar and asked Jennifer to close her eyes and meditate. As soon as she meditated, Jennifer started seeing a dark room, and in the same room, in the middle of a red circle, Linda was talking to a two-horned devil.
Think again, because when the time comes, one of them will have to be sacrificed to the devil, from which you cannot turn away.
What kind of sacrifice?
You want a child, don't you? You will get not one, but two. But when the time comes, you will have to sacrifice the son, whom you love the most, because he will not be a child, but will be the seed of the devil. So do you accept this sacrifice?
I accept everything. Tell me what to do.
After listening to the devil, Linda said yes without thinking. Hearing which, the devil smiled and said,
You will have to make physical relations with 6 unknown men for 6 nights. And when the time comes, you will have to give back his seed to the devil.
Linda made the devil's words come true. Every night, she brought every man standing outside that room to her bed, and have crossed all the limits of intimacy. After about 6 years, when the same black overcoat man, whom Linda met on the road that night, once again called her to the same old building and reminded her of the promise.
The time has come to give back his seed to the devil. We know you love your little son the most, and your younger son Mark will be 6 years old in a few weeks. You have to sacrifice him to the devil at 12 o'clock in the night. Otherwise,
no matter how greedy Linda might be, but now she was a mother. How could she sacrifice her child? Linda ran away from there, screaming, because no one can snatch her child while she is alive. Seeing all this, Pietist and Jennifer came out of their meditation.
Means the mother didn't listen to the devil, so he took her life.
And he will not stop at Linda alone. Mark is his next victim, and he will strike soon. When will your brother turn 6 years old?
Day after tomorrow.
So by 12 o'clock the day after tomorrow, Mark's life will be in danger. The devil will try to use all his powers to frighten or subdue you, so that his work will be easier. You have to fight with him till morning. And if you keep Mark safe till morning, he will never come back, even if he wants to, and your family will always be safe.
But how will we humans fight that mighty demon? It is impossible for us to even touch it.
After listening to Jennifer, Pietist gave her a bag of ashes and said,
This thing will protect your family. Whoever has applied it on his forehead, even the devil can't do anything. But even then, if the devil somehow dominates your family, you will need that dagger.
Having said this, Pietist handed over a white dagger to Jennifer, and she also came back home in the first train itself, carrying dagger and ashes. It is 11:30 in the night. Frank has gone to get the cake for the birthday. On the other hand, Jennifer is applying ashes on the heads of both the brothers and explaining to them not to remove the ashes. But Mark is still sitting like a lost person, because for the last 2 days he is having the same nightmare where his mother Linda is strangling him to death. Just then, the doorbell rang, and Frank entered the house with the cake. Jennifer also tells her father, and as soon as she comes to apply, but Frank avoids her. As soon as the clock strikes 12 o'clock, Jennifer puts a candle on the cake and lights it. But before both the brothers can blow out, the electricity goes out, along with the candle. Frank says in frustration,
This electricity also had to go now. You guys wait here, I will come back. After running the generator.
Papa, you're going out, is not free from danger. Don't go.
As soon as she said this, Jennifer held Frank's hand, but Frank waved his left hand. As soon as Frank's hand got separated from Jennifer's hand, the devil dragged Frank with his powers and took him to the nearby room. Frank started shouting for help. Before that, Jennifer could have helped him. The door of the room was closed as soon as Frank went inside. Jennifer and Sean start banging on the door in the hope that the door will open. But for about 3 hours, the sound of Frank's shouting kept coming from inside the door. Frank's blood was seeping from the bottom of the door. Then his shouting stopped and the door opened completely. Frank came out of the room, but he was someone else in the form of Frank. Both his eyes were red with blood, and 2 sharp teeth came out of his mouth. He was talking like the devil and said in a furious voice,
What did you think? That you will fight me using black magic, and I will not know. The devil has come and will go with his seed.
Jennifer and Mark were scared to see Frank coming towards them. That's when Jennifer showed courage and ran to go out of the house, holding the hands of both her brothers. But before she could get out of the house, the devil grabbed Jennifer by her hair and threw her in a corner, due to which blood started coming out of her head. But Jennifer still had courage left. She held the white dagger in her right hand, which she had hidden behind her. The devil, who was in Frank's body, caught Mark and started strangling him to death. That's when Jennifer came from behind and put the dagger in the back of her own father, Frank, due to which the devil inside Frank cried out in pain. And no one came to know when it was morning in this hustle-bustle. And like the first ray of morning fell on the devil, he started suffering from pain. And in no time, a black shadow came out of Frank's body and disappeared in the air. When Jennifer went and saw Frank, his eyes had become normal as before, and his wound had also healed on its own. Mark, who was a bit calm now, came and sat near Jennifer and started asking,
Sister, no one will kill me now.
Jennifer hugged her brother and said,
Mark, you are a good child. Why would anyone kill you?
Try to forget what happened, and let's cut the cake.
Sean, first bring the plate from inside, then let's cut your cake.
When he went to the kitchen to get the plate, he saw a folded paper there. This was the same paper with which Linda had called devil into this world and fulfilled her wish of becoming a mother.